Well, hello. How's it going? And let me just turn it down just a little bit more. There we go. So, how is everyone? How you doing? Welcome. I'm back for another one. I've missed this, I tell ya. Oh, I'm so psyched right now. Um, yeah. Welcome to the Hobby Corner. If you're new, my name's Kev. This is the Hobby Corner. I always try and work in some kind of corner. Right now I'm working from the corner of a sofa, so it helps, it counts, and it's not actually that uncomfortable because I'm on a chair next to the corner of a sofa, so you know. Anyway, yeah, I'm really good. Thank you, Novart. Let's have a look and see who's in the chat right now. So we got Novart. Nice to see you again, man. Robert Blake, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. We have Refon Studios. How you doing? We also have Dan Irencio. I apologize if I've mispronounced that. I'm really terrible with names. Bonjour de Paris, France. Ooh, hello. Bonjour, salut. Good to see you. Terence, how you doing, man? And we got Lupus Canis as well. How you doing? What's that? Evenington's Kev Corner Hobby in a Kev Hobby Corner. Wow. Tongue twister or what? So, I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you again for joining me. Today we are going to be building the Necron side of the Indomitus stuff until Spud's ready to go live. So this is kind of like my own rendition of the show before the show. But I thought I'd start off by showing you some of my older Necron stuff. So if you didn't know, I did have a lot, well, not a lot, but I had a fair size of Necron stuff with some like interesting conversions and stuff like that. And it was just after they released the newer models back then, and yeah, I thought, you know what, I've blown tons of money on them, and I did, and I bought basically one of each kit, even the fine cost models as well, and then Robert Blake has subbed. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. Good to have you on board with the Cornerites. That name hasn't stuck yet, by the way. So yeah, I thought I'd show you what, because I started a collection when I was a teenager, because everyone got bored beating my Kev Marines, which was a pitiful force of Space Marines. They got me a Battle Force, which was quite a sizable box of stuff then. And then I built on from that, especially when the newer stuff came out. I was actually about 2 months, I was 3 months in on my 6-month probation with Games Workshop as a trainee store manager / cover staff, and I didn't go past the 6 months, unfortunately, but I learned a hell of a lot, and I also spent a lot of money on my discount. So yeah, let's get to it, shall we? So some of this stuff is still grey plastics, and I've got round to doing it. But look at this. Oh, that's the head. This has been in a box for what? How long has it been? Because I only played with them for a few months after they got the new stuff, and then I packed them away. I bet his head's falling off. But look at that. I've got one of these, and I got one of these, and I didn't glue it on, and you didn't need to magnetize it because it had little it has like little nodules and little recesses there, so it sits comfortably on there, so you can still use it as a command barge, or you can have it as an annihilation barge. Robert, how you doing? Good of you to join us. So yeah, I kept that like that, and then we also have, oh yeah, look, there's the rider. I kept it, I didn't glue a lot of it, and some of it I actually did magnetize. See, I was going through a magnetizing phase. Yeah, so you sit that on there. Again, you didn't really have to glue it on, it just sort of sat on top, you know, and then you just stick the end of the gun on it like that. So can't remember what that's called, but yeah, I definitely had to get one of those when I read the rules that once it's targeted something, if you got anything with Tesla weapons shooting at that same unit afterwards, they get a bonus. I can't remember what the bonus was, but it was like, what? I gotta have one of those. What else? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so that's the teleporter bit for the night scythe thingamabob slash doom scythe, whatever you want to call it. And that is the end bit of that. Why is the head falling off? I don't know. I kept the guns movable as well, just for storage purposes, so I could flip them out and, you know, broadside. And the gun underneath is detachable, because the whole idea... Oh no, I glued it on in the end. Oh, I did glue it on it. I did for a little while have it detachable, because then I could have the option of using it as a ghost arc, but then I just didn't see the point of having a ghost arc. So, and that just popped in the bottom there, like that. Just sits comfortably like that. I mean, how cool is that? So, yeah. And then, this was my pride and joy before the newer stuff came out. It's a little bit worse for wear now. The top has popped off. It didn't matter how much I glued it on, it just kept falling off. But there's my monolith! Woo! And like I painted the crystal and the portal because I just didn't like the whole clear plastic thing on that. But I did, like, you know, a bit of glow and light sourcing on there. So I popped that out and you can see in there. Not sure if the light is that good. And I did a little bit of light sourcing around the edges, and I spent so much time on this thing. It was crazy. But yeah, that was my pride and joy for a long time. So I'll pop that over there, and then we get to more interesting stuff. Now, in my younger days, I also went through quite a conversion phase. So I had a lot of converted stuff, but this was one of my favourites, right? So it was a Necron Lord, and he's riding 2 scarabs, and he's got a resurrection orb, which I made out of green stuff and painted up, and that's been held up by another scarab. And then of course like a little space marine helmet there. And of course the hand was actually originally pointing like that, but what I did was I clipped it out. I had to repin the wrist bit with some paper clip, and then, you know, had it the other way around, so it's like rise. So yeah, that's that one. And of course I added this bit here because this kept falling off. That was a good model. It was like, it was the scrawniest model ever, but it was like so OP back in the day. And let's have a look through some of the more interesting warriors, because I wanted them to look a bit different. So I got ones that are sort of damaged. They've, like, you know, just sort of fallen over or whatever, and they're just about to be reanimated. So like this one's going in for a swing, and I used like a line system on the face just so I knew which one belonged to which squad. And where else you got? Yeah, here's another one. Just for lols, I stuck a spare heavy destroyer, Gauze Blaster thing on a warrior. I was just like, why not? That was from the heavy destroyer. This isn't a heavy destroyer. This is just a destroyer, heavy Gauze Blaster. I think it was called something like that. But I stuck it on because it was spare from making a heavy destroyer. So yeah, it was like, yeah, boom, I'll pop that on. We got some other ones. There's another one of my favourites lurking around somewhere. Oh, like you can see, like I was still making them. I never got around to finishing a lot of them. Like that one has got a bit of a scarab and a bit of gauze flare there, chopped in, a bit of sprue, just popped in just to make it look different. And that one's being shot. It's got like bullet holes on it and put like little pins in there just to make it look a bit different. So I wanted to throw in some damaged ones, some character. Like that one's just like sniping, you know. He doesn't want to be a warrior anymore. He wants to get upgraded. Yeah, the regular Joe there, and then this one sort of fallen to bits. But that was supposed to be a conversion. I can't remember what that was going to be converted into, but it was going to be something fun. And yeah, that's that. Where is that little dude though? There's one little dude I'm looking for, and it was the most painstaking one to make, but it was my favourite. And I'll probably find him after I've gone live. And of course you got like your little scarabs and stuff, so you always got plenty of those. That's the Necron Overlord that went on the command barge. So, you know, I had him primed and I was ready to start painting him up. I just never got around to it. Where are you? Alright. Ah, still got some of the old metal heavy destroyers. They haven't got the plastic rods in them just yet, 'cause they were falling to bits. That goes to a chap down there somewhere. You know, it's so weird coming to a box after so many years of not doing anything with it. You know, it's just been in storage. Look at the old priors. I mean, it's all wonky as heck because it's all metal and that. But you gotta be dead careful because if you move it around too much, it just snapped. Look at that! Woo! I really like these because they were like really, really tough. They nulled psychic abilities and they had like a nice invulnerable save and that. I can't believe I never finished painting these ones up. And then of course, look, I got these chaps because how could you not? You know, how could you not go for Tesla? And then I went a bit with the Leech Guard. I thought, yeah, let's make them a bit more flexible. So I was like, just cutting the legs at the hips and turning their legs slightly so that they just, you know, had a bit more pose to them, and they're climbing over rubble and stuff. And I really do wish that I actually finished them. Because they look kind of badass. And then of course we've got two characters here as well. I think that's Trazin the Infinite, and this is the Stormlord. But as you can see, because he was fine cast, like the tip of his finger is missing. But actually these were not bad for fine cast. It's got like, that was the only issue with these ones that I got, so I was pretty lucky with those. And what else have we got in here? -40 and not touched at the time. Damn. Oh yeah, I did these guys as well. I don't know why I did them. They just seemed kind of cool, but they had like these weird blades, and then like they had a tachyon arrow sort of thing going on. I was like, yeah, I'll just make 5 of those. I don't know why. I think I just needed some like jump troops. And then of course you got your snipers as well. Which, I mean, they seemed cool, but performance wise they weren't that great. Can't you play with these anymore? I mean, I can. I mean, you can easily sub these as just Leech Guard step-ins, but the thing is, they came in 2s, so that's why I only got 4. I don't have 5, which would be the minimum unit size, which is a shame. Now, I really want to find that one dude, because he is my favourite dude, and if I don't find him, I'm going to be very upset. There he is. I found him straight away. Okay, there you go. So with a bit of paperclip, I got him Devil Horning, and I had to use a bit of paperclip and green stuff to remake the handle on that. But it was like, hell yeah, I'll do one of those. And I was actually inspired from an old White Dwarf article, which showcased the most incredible vampire counts army for the Warhammer Fantasy Battles, and yeah, it was really good because they had like all these zombies all like converted and stuff, and there was like one that looked like a pogo, and there was one with like Ozzy Osbourne painted on the shirt and stuff like that. It was really cool. So yeah, I thought, yeah, I'll do well with Devil Horns. Woo! It's got a bit crazy. His code has been corrupted. So yeah, that's that. But I felt kind of cheated because I did this and it was totally an original idea. Then about 6 months later, someone had did something similar in White Dwarf, and I was like, ah, now everyone's going to think I copied them. But to be honest, it's such a cool idea, I can't see anyone not doing it. It's just skimming. It doesn't do anything to his profile either. It just makes him stand up a bit more. But when you put him like that, right, and he's like rise, and then you pop down some scarab bases around him, right, it looks a hell of a lot more impressive, you know. And I got quite a lot of scarab bases. I think I had about 14 altogether. Like that. So have them on the base like that, and it's just like, yeah, boy. And oh man, I got a couple of scarab bases that I never finished. What's going on? Yeah, look, that one's primed. That one's primed and not finished. That one has got like bits of a warrior left on it. This one, so you know that one warrior that I never finished painting, where is it? Yeah, there you go. So you see how this warrior's got bits from the scarab and the gauze gun, gauze flare. And then I've gone and stuck the head and I built the gauze flare on the scarab. So when the reanimation protocols happened, there was a bit of a mix-up and they swapped pieces. Oh man, you know, it was very hard to put character into a Necron army because you know, obviously they're just robots. But yeah, I did have a go. Oh, and when I did this, and I came into the Games Workshop the next day, half the room erupted, right? Because they're like, why did you do that to an assault cannon? And I was like, well, I didn't need it for my dreadnought, because my dreadnought was, you know, the crappiest dreadnought in the world. It always got blown up first turn. It didn't even have good weapon. It had a twin-league las cannon, and you know, like the power claw with the storm bolter. Like, I didn't equip it effectively. But yeah, I chopped it all up, and it was like, oh, I would have bought that off you and stuff like that. I was like, ah, well, So yeah, I did that. And then this was my first ever attempt at non-metallic metal. It's not that great. If you ever get a chance to see it in real life, it's nowhere near any good. But it was a good first try, just to get the basics of the idea done. But yeah, I don't know if you can see that well, but I gave it a crack. So that was fun. And hello, this is the bane of my life, the Nightbringer. The Nightbringer fell as soon as I put it together, and I had non-stop problems putting it back together ever since. I just couldn't, and I pinned it, I did everything. Like the scythe split off. This is like the metal version before it turned to fine cast and became a lot easier to keep together. But this fell off, so I had to pin it, and you can see all the paint's chipped away. But that was my first attempt at lightning effects. This was like, you know, early teens. But what I did was I put some green stuff over the top half of its face, and so it doesn't have eyes. I just thought it'd be a bit more creepier. So it's just got a smooth face, and then it's got that yawning mouth. But yeah, I mean, that would effectively go there. And then I built up the base as well, just so I could pin it properly, but also just to give it a bit more weight. So I added some stones on there and everything, because the scarabs are part of the base and some of the rubble. But again, I texturized it all, built it all up, pinned it, and it was supposed to be sort of like that, looking all foreboding and scary and go ah, but you know, it kept falling apart because it was bloody useless. Hey Gary, how you doing? So you know, it was always, look, it just keeps swinging one side. It's just so one-sided heavy. You know, that's another reason why I added stones to the base. I remember now, just to hold just to hold it upright. Metal glue's on the market now. Yeah, no, I don't think it would change anything, man. It's dead. Like, it just kept breaking and everything. I mean, look, that doesn't even match up anymore. The amount of times it fell and bent slightly, and then I pinned it all and everything, and it just, yeah, it was a tragic thing. And then we've got Cryptek as well, which I never got to use. I just got it, and then it was like, yeah, these are really cool. Add it to my royal court, and then didn't do now. What else have I got down here? It's such a trip down memory lane. But yeah, that's basically how I'd have filled it. Like, and then just to start off, right, I'd have him surrounded by the scarabs. He wouldn't do anything because they were too small to give him a cover, right? Oh no, back in the day they actually did give a cover save if they were in front of your troops. So yeah, I did that, and then of course they would rush off. They'd get in to stop all the shooting, and then my warriors would march forward one turn and then just open fire. But yeah, look, here's another conversion as well. I put the gun on the back because I thought it just looked better. Ah, look at that. I mean, it still kind of fits together, all these little bits of green stuff and that. It's just so many little odds and ends that I found around the house that I used to convert it and stuff. Be nice to put all these back together and finish them off, give them a good paint job. But yeah, that was pretty fun. And of course, that's what it should have looked like. But because I wasn't too happy with the thing, this claw is like one of the side claws. It kept falling off, so instead I just had a spare scarab and I glued that on instead. And it just makes sense, you know. I mean, the scarabs, they made the tomb spiders made the scarabs, Why wouldn't they repair themselves with the scarabs as well? But yeah, it's got lots of lovely eyes on it, which is what I like. I've got all the bases down here as well. Let's pop on the base. It's all about that bass, about that bass, no treble. So I hope you're all okay. I hope you're enjoying this little trip down memory lane. I'm really enjoying this. Oh look, yeah, look. Because I beat a Chaos player once, I honoured him by putting a Black Legion shield on their base. Not to rub it in his face or anything. No. Alright, then over there. And we pop this on here. God, it looks so weird to have a fully painted model. Like I haven't done a fully painted model in so long. So that's a job on the HCK. I'll be asking. I got bored the other day and used one of the Nighthaunt horse figures with a chain coming off it, with a couple of chain rasps. Oh, nice. Hey, the Bard, how you doing? If you're talking about the song that's currently playing, it's from a royalty-free streaming site called Epidemic Sound, and the band is called Easton, E-A-S-T-O-N. Where Do You Go? That's the name of the song. But yeah, look, I had fully painted models once. Oh goodness. And yeah, I put little glyphs on their shoulders just so I could recognise where they went, or just for lols, really. Christ, I even had the Destroyer Lord as well, which kept falling apart. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It's still together. How rare is it that you'll ever see a heavy destroyer where the heavy weapon hasn't fallen off? Huh? That's still the old metal one as well. Booyah! Oh, he looks pretty badass, right? No, base one. What base one? Random question. I missed Conquest series, new to hobby. Have picked up a number of issues to paint and learn. Got the chance to buy the 4 mags for the Repulsor. Is it worth $31.96? Hell yeah. Hang on. Let me just emphasize. Hell yeah. Not only have you got it at a massive discount, right? But it's so dirty and you've got so many weapon options on it. It's crazy. So go to town, man. You can kit it out however you like. I went all guns blazing. I put rockets on the rear sponson, and missiles on the sides. I gave it Gatling guns everywhere. I wasn't messing around with it, so it's 100% worth it, definitely. I got too greedy. Yeah, no, it's a really good deal. That's why it went out of stock so quickly, because everyone was waiting for it, and that's why they put it right at the end. Look, the second one's still together. What? Sorry about your ears. Holy shiznay. Look at that. 2 heavy destroyers that haven't fallen apart. They've been in a box for the best part of 10 years. And then this was a nice one that I was doing. So this was heavily converted, and it's a bit broken, which is a shame. I don't see where that other piece is for it. Nah, it's not there. Okay. But yeah, like this one I paid more attention to. I did a lot more detail. I did non-metallic on it as well. I never got to finish it though. But like I did lightning effect on the blade there. And on this blade as well. And I effectively, like I even sculpted a res orb on its chest. Because I didn't want it to be holding it. I wanted it to be able to hold 2 melee weapons. So it had this one like that, and of course, you know, that war scythe had a range weapon to it as well, so you could shoot it, right? So that went on there, I believe, like that. And then the other half of this staff had broken off, but the idea was it looked like he was about to throw the staff at something or stab it in the face, but yeah, the other side broke off. I never did anything with it after that, which was a shame. I hesitate to mention, but Heshe have restocked from what I can see. Yeah, if you go on, I got a link actually to Hatchet's website. No, sorry, to Forbidden Planet. Okay, and you can still order them through Forbidden Planet. Do that, you get a slight discount on it, and it helps the channel out as well. I get a little bit of a kickback whenever you order through them. So do that. So yeah. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That was it. I had 14 scarab swarms and a ton of warriors, a whole tray of warriors, because it was always best to field them in units of 20. So, you know, had 20 of them to field, and then I had some spares here. Again, never got to finish building them. I even got a box somewhere. I won a competition before the Games Workshop in Uxbridge moved location, and the trainee manager at the time had put his converting services as a prize. So I gave him all the bits that I had from my Necrons, and he was going to make a cryptek out of it, and he ended up making half of 2 because he ran out of time, which was a shame. And then of course he quit, and I never got it finished, but I got it in a box somewhere. But yeah, so I got this nice sizable force, which is really cool. But this isn't what you came to see. No, you came to see me put some more together. So, hey, Frost and Fist, Mayforce, how you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. I'm just going over all the Necrons that I had in storage. It was quite a lot actually, and there was some like half-done projects that I've come back to that I'm like, that would have been so cool if I finished it. Have a look. I actually melted that with a lighter, just to make it look like it got blasted with a melter gun, just for lols. Anyways, I'm gonna put these heavy destroyers away because I can't believe they've actually made it this long without falling apart. So I'd hate to ruin that. Right, so what's going on here? Issue 75 is at Forbidden Planet. Hashi has the other 3. Yeah, order it through my link. Help me out. Help the channel out. Be a pal. Shut up. That's my secret supplier. Oh no. Oh, sorry, mate. We're just gonna have to share. But it'll be our little secret, okay? I forgot. I forgot to add something. One moment. Yeah, so I actually have just started, and this is going to be a big shock to everyone, right? Oh, well, good for us and fists. Hope you're doing well. I forgot to add something very important to Nightbot because I was in a bit of a hurry because it was kind of spontaneous this live stream, and I wasn't sure what time Spud was going to be on because I didn't want to step on his toes. But he said, "Look, I just woke up from a nap. Alright, I'm gonna have something to eat, and then I'm gonna have some fruit punch, and then I'm gonna maybe have another nap or something like that. I don't know." But he said, "Look, he's not in a hurry to go online, and I think he's gonna pull a late one tonight." Which is cool. That gives me time to play with you lot. Not in that way, but you know what I'm saying. Right. Add. Okay. So this is that. There we go. Alright. Pull it to there. And submit. And there we go. That should be fine. So sorry about that. So what I was adding actually to Nightbot is a link to my new merch store. That's right. I got merch. What? So if you want to walk around with a t-shirt or a face mask with the big old letters THC in bright green, then you go ahead. It's on Teespring. The store is called The Hobby Corner, so you know, easy to remember. We've got shirts, we've got hoodies, we've got phone cases. I did a pillow, just, you know, why not? And because my wife thought it would be a nice idea, I did a toddler and a baby top as well. I mean, I don't expect everyone to buy it, but hey, it's there if you want to. Various colour options as well, and yeah, no, I'm really excited. I've already ordered mine. I'm waiting for it. Should come in about a week and a half, I think. So I'll be able to showcase it. And I'll be able to drink out my own mug, my own branded mug, which is going to be so cool. So yeah, what I can do actually, well, we've got stickers and everything. So what I can do, I know I've just found out how to do screenshots on on a laptop. Should do S. There we go. So that means I can just select what I want. Groovy, and then alright, make that way, and Shift Windows S again. It's pretty cool. So you can draw around what you want to a screenshot essentially. Okay, so put that away for now. And then what I'll do is I'll pop it up on the screen so you guys can see it until the link pops around. So let's have a look. See. Yep. Okay, save. Ah, thanks, Mythos, man. That's really nice of you. But yeah, there's no pressure for anyone to get it. It just, I thought it'd be cool, and you know, it gives people another option to support the channel. So that's why I thought, why not? So that one and that one. Okay, right. What are we doing? What are we doing? No, not screen, not ending, just pin. New scene. There we go. Where's the music on as well? Right. So I've got to shuffle everything around on my screen so I can blow me well see the options to put the bloody picture. Non-stop professional, eh? Okay. Oh, why are you so slow? Properties. I'm almost done, honestly, swear. In the meantime, while I'm waiting for that, I did cheat a little bit. I couldn't wait, and when I put the Eradicators together, I got and put the Lord and the Royal Warden together as well. But I haven't glued them. I will say, I think it was this one. There was a little tricky moment getting the head and some of the body in, but it wasn't too bad. Okay, so open that. Done. Alright, so I'm going to pop it up on the next screen. There you go. So that's some of the merch right there. Hey, Grumpy Guy Gaming, how you doing? I'm just showing off some of my merch because I thought, why not? And then we will put the other picture in there. Yeah, that's right. There's a mask as well. Because you know, in these difficult times, when you're not allowed to go into a Sainsbury's or a kebab shop without a mask, it's better to be safe than sorry. And then where has it gone? There you are. So we also got women's stuff as well, women tops and everything. But there you go. There's the mug. There's phone cases as well. We've got stickers. So yeah, I thought, well, hell, why not? So yeah, it's over at Teespring, the hobby corner, and I've put it as low as I can, so that you know it's not going to make me a millionaire anytime soon, because I didn't want to be greedy. It comes up with a suggested amount, which gives you a certain amount of profit, and you can adjust how much profit you make on it after the base cost. But because it's not cheap to begin with, I thought, okay, I'll bring it right down. So I ended up not putting it on too expensive. So it still looks pricey, but it's only going to be a few quid per item. But that makes it worthwhile for your donation. So you know that you are supporting the channel while you're showing off my gear. So yeah, almost finished Necrons from Indomitus, about 90%. Edited a new tutorial for tomorrow. Sweet. I was just showing off my my old stuff. My Kev Dynasty. It's all old stuff, right? And I got tons of warriors and immortals and stuff like that tucked away. But yeah, it was good fun going through all of that. So now I've just decided that I am going to go through building these chaps. But what I want to do first is take it apart. Oh no, I know, right? If I can figure out how to take it apart safely, then I'll show you how to put it together safely. And in that way, we all benefit from the experience. Woo. But I have found that the so far the Indomitus set has been really good for easy to build kits. Like I've never had an easy to build kit that's been this good. What color scheme are you going to paint them? Dark black with bright green to match my existing range. But I am very tempted actually to do the new dynasty and just have them side by side and just say, yeah, the new dynasty came along and just took over the existing army. Because I've still got, I didn't like this is from years ago that I got it, like when it first came out. I didn't paint it. I never got around to painting it. Same as the Annihilation Barge, the Doom Scythe, and the Doomsday Arc. I never got around to painting them because they were like big paint projects that I really got scared at. Because it took me years to get around to painting the Monolith, and when I finally did it, like it was great. But I don't know. I always sort of got scared of doing big painting projects. Alright, so you know what would be easy, or what would be best is if I got the build instructions, then I can deconstruct it. Yeah. So this is all the sprues. I want to try and get some of it done. I'm gonna do one of each just to showcase how to put it together. But let's see, where's that chaperone? Dark black as opposed to light black. Yes. There is such thing as a light black and a dark black, just like there's a green black and a blue black and a red black. It's all down to the highlighting and the shading. So okay, so how did I put this guy together? Right, that's alright, so this pops out back there and haha, okay. Now we're cooking with gas. Right, so the front bit and the arm pops out. Should do. Who's nervous? I am. Alright. Fruit will love the bases that are done. Oh, I can't wait to see them. Are they covered in crystals and stuff? Right, where does it... Where are you stuck? I see where you're stuck. Just under the blades, the shoulder blades. Push you that way. It won't wiggle. It fits so well together that I can't take it apart. Fail. Okay, can't really remove this arm. Or can I? No, because the back goes under that. The shoulder comes away here. There we go. That's my way in. That's my way in. Pop the shoulder, half the shoulder forward, like that. And wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Let's get some more light on here. There we go. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. Oh, I could get my blade in there and leverage it out, but I'd have to get it right in there. Don't snap anything. Please don't snap anything. I mean, you know, it's plastic, so you could glue it back together with relative ease. Easy to build kits. Great for putting together. Pain in the ass for taking apart, but I guess that's the whole point, really, isn't it? No crystals. Mine are covered in marine. Okay. Awesome. There we go. Wow, look at that. Beaut. Okay. And then that's it. Push that bit through. Haha. Alright, so yeah, actually it's not that bad putting it together. See? Right. So I'll have a darker background because it shows up a lot better. Alright. So you start off with the back bit, okay? And then let me turn the music down in my ears a bit. Hope the music isn't too loud for you lot as well. Right, so you get this bit, and what you do is you pop that little bit in the middle of the spine, in that hole in its back, okay? So you do that first. Don't worry about the other hand, because the other hand's going to float around for a moment. You just wiggle it in. I haven't had to trim any of these pins, by the way. Everything's gone together so well, and normally I have to like cut them at an angle just to create a sort of hypodermic sort of thing. But yeah, they've been great. Now if you want, you could pop a bit of glue in that wrist, or actually it's not wrist but upper arm, and then pop that in there, but I mean it's fine as it is. It holds, and once you pop this in the base, this bit will hold tightly together as well. Then this is the fiddly bit. Apparently I've seen some people complain about it, but actually it's not too bad. What you have to do is do that, yeah, pop it round, twist it slightly, and that's it. See? So I'll do it slower. Right, let's get that light out there. Right. So. Ooh. Right, I'll do it at a different angle. Right. So you see this thin bit on the neck. It's got a very thin bit on the neck to the shoulder joint. You slide that sideways in that gap between the shoulder blade and the neck, and then you twist it, and the chest will join up and the head will join with the back of the head. It's that simple. And then you just slot it onto the body. Again, no trimming of the pegs needed. And you just give it a little squeeze. But I mean, it all came together real easy. And then of course you got the tachyon arrow here, which just pops on there like that. Again, you just be a bit gentle with it, because it is a bit delicate. They've got spindly arms. They won't take as much punishment as your Space Marines, but it'll go in relatively easy. And then you just make sure that the pipe goes into the back of the shoulder blade like that. Boom, done. You won't like it, your favourite race, isn't it? And then just pop those bits in the base like that, and it holds it all together nicely. Boof, done. Easy peasy, no glue needed, no trimming. Alright, so now that that's done, let's get this bad boy taken apart, put back together, shall we? Alright, so what's that? It's going to be the gun arm first. Okay, let's see. Where does it join? Where does it join? Aha, yeah, that's it. It joins on the... Now, the problem is, when you put this together, the handle, the side handle, actually goes in a lot further than you think it does. It goes right up to the bend. Okay, I'm not sure if you can see that. I might have to tweak this and just show you closer. Alright, where are we? Okay, there we go. So, bring this light round. Let's change the light. Okay. I hope you can see this okay. Whoa. Right, there we go. So, you see this handle here? It goes right up to the bend when you put it in. It might be a bit resistant to go in, but as long as you push there, like you push here and in the center of the gun, and you just do it ever so gently and just keep like go bump 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 bump, it will go all the way in, and then you're sorted. But I don't think I can take this apart because it's so tightly fitted in. I might end up snapping it. So unfortunately, that's one model that I won't be able to deconstruct and show you how to put together. Sorry. Oh, boo. I know. Anyways. Ah, you gotta go already. Well, it's great having you, mate. Thank you for popping by. Don't forget to throw down a like before you run off. And yeah, I'll see you next time, man. Alright, so now that we've done that, let's build another one of the characters, shall we? So we've got these two, we'll pop them over there. What have we got next? The Plasmancer. Looks pretty easy. So he's on Sprue H. Sprue H. Is this the Sprue? No, that's Sprue F. There's the Warriors. Bye bye. Probably sick to death for watching people put Warriors together. Okay, here we go. Now this is where it gets interesting. Alright, we need H1, H2, H3, H4, blah blah blah. Okie dokie. So there's 4, there's 3. Where's 1 and 2 though? That's 5. But we need 1 and 2 first. There's number 1. Okay, so I'm just going to clip out the delicate bits first. So that way I don't run a chance of breaking any of the delicate bits when I clip out the thicker areas. And now it's number 2. Where did number 2 go? I never found number 2, did I? I might as well just clip out 4 and 5 and 3. It reminds me of when I did the start collecting skeleton box with it's got a Mortark, it has what's it got? It's got knights which you can do as hex wraiths, and you get 10 skeleton warriors as well, and clipping those skeleton warriors out was like a risky business. It's so spindly. But I did a really good job. I used up the hex wraith bits and I had some spare bases, and I made spirit host bases out of them. Not to let them go to waste. That's what you call upcycling. A very cheeky upcycle. Ah, number 6 is his head? Yeah, number 6 is his head, so we'll just... Look at the size of that chin. If anything says, like, you know, I'm full of myself, it's a super-sized chin, right? Compensating for much, mate. Crikey. There's number 5 there. So how's everyone? What you all been up to today? What are you working on at the moment? Let's get a nice little roll call going on people's projects. Number 2 is a weird shaped thing. Is there a weird shaped thing? There it is. Hidden all the way over here next to the big thing, wriggly thing. There we go. Clipped. Oh no, don't want to break that dude. Go over there. So let's neaten this chappy up. So yeah, I know Spud is normally on the fruit punch, but I'm on the old cider punch, which is a fruit punch in its own right. Very fruity. I got the summer fruits one. Oh, I haven't had one of those in a while. But you know, working on a nice summer's day. Come home, have a nice cold fruity cider. It's perfect. So Gary is building a foul blight spawn at the minute. Nice. And Terence has been building a stonehorn. Sweet. What colour schemes are you going for with those? If you get around to painting them. I always like the look of stonehorns actually. Funnily enough, that's another army that got a whole like new range when while I was working at Games Workshop. It was the and I think the year before the Tomb Kings actually had new models as well. Was it 2 years before? It's quite close. Back in those days, that was Games Workshop moving fast. But yeah, within the time that I was working at Games Workshop, new Necrons and new ogres, ogre kingdoms. It was like, whoa! These ogres look badass. Are you painting them dirty? Yeah, just spray it green and then like add a bit of gold trim, dip it in your non-oil or regular flesh shade, whatever one, just do it heavy. Finish off with some Agrax Earthshade. Done. Don't even paint the flesh. The foul blight spawn, is that the one with the big old pack on its back and it's got like a hose and it just sprays the enemy with foul concoctions? So if it is, I've seen some really cool paint jobs and conversions with that. Like one guy cut it out a bit and then put a nurgling inside. It's quite cool. Painting Celesta Ballista from the door. Nice. Can't wait to see how that looks. Thinking about a yak colour range. Interesting. yeah, the only thing was like no one had ever had to paint that much flesh on a model before, so it was all new. Because like, you know, they're pushing Finecast at that time as well, and Finecast was just sort of just sorting itself out. You know, all the miscasts and everything were coming out of circulation, and they were starting to do okay with it, but the damage was already done at that time on its reputation. But they had some really nice man-eater sculpts come out. I remember looking at them and going, oh, I wish I could get those actually. Never been an ogre fan, but I did like them. And it was a good thing that I was actually completely broke, because I spent all my money on the Necrons, as you do. Okay. Alright. So, right, let's put this chap together. It's Bud's fault with his green boys. Okay, so we start with the side with the staff, or the pointy. Okay, we start with the pointy side. All right, and then we get his spine. So we give him a spine, so he's no longer spineless. Hang on, just double check I did that right. Yes, I am doing it right. Okay, so actually, I think it's better if you put this little pack on the back. Yeah, it's actually some sort of exhaust vent, so I'm guessing that helps him float along, right? Because you'll notice when you put it together, he's got no feet. He just floats along. So you pop that in there, like that, and then you pop the pointy arm in, like so. Look at that. That's so flush. No trimming whatsoever. Then what I'm going to do is put the head on. Does it say put the head on first? No, it's saying put this on. The headdress. Okay. Alright, yeah. So there's there's a pin there, and then there's a little pipe with a little nib on it, and there's a little dip in there as well. That's right, hashtag that, nips and dips. So you just press that in there. Then I'd say put the head in before you put the other arm in, just so it's not so fiddly. There you go. That fit really well. Yeah. Okay. And then we put this side in. Seriously, like, I still think I might have just been lucky with the box that I got, because I've never had easy to build kits fit so easily together. You know, like minimum work. That's in. That's in all the way. Ha! That was too easy. Alright. Gotta get a bass. It's all about that bass. No treble. It's all about that bass. No treble. Oh no, it's all over here. Okay. He's on a small bass, isn't he? Or is on a bigger one? He's on a 32. He's on a 32. Yeah, it's a regular bass, isn't it? There we go. Large models don't scare me. It's just another challenge. In fact, I would rather paint larger models than small ones. See, I've always been weird like that. I've actually liked doing the smaller. I'm not that precise or anything, but I've always preferred doing the smaller details over the larger details. Even when I was doing art projects back in high school. By the way, finished. Look how quick and easy I made that look. But look at the height difference though, right? Chap's higher than the Overlord. Taller, sorry. But yeah, even back in high school for the art projects, instead of doing big pictures like most of the people did, I ended up doing smaller pictures. And I think it's just because it's more comfortable for me to fill in a smaller space and make those variations and transitions and details look like they're filling out more of the space within that drawing than if I did a bigger picture, you know. I kind of felt more confident that I could shade and do a color variation of an apple that's that size rather than that size. And then like I always defaulted onto landscapes, you know, like I'd do some hills, some trees, little cottages or houses or castles or whatever. And that was just kind of the way I did it, really. Alright, next up is the Scorpek Lord. What? Yes. Okay, this is what you've all been waiting for. This is what you've all been waiting for. So, let's get all the pieces out, shall we? Okay. What do we need? What's the first piece? Is it 19? Just make sure it is all in numerical order, just to make sure. So 19, 20's over there, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26 is that blade, 27, 28, 29 and 30. Okay. So 19 to 30. Groovy. Alright, so just clip out those delicate bits first. Always important that you do that. Get the delicate sides out, and then you can go for the more firmer connections, just so don't bend or break those delicate bits. But I do like the sculpted battle damage as well. I think that's more akin to what Necrons should be. But I understand in the lore, the fluff, it's a case that they've seen more battle and they're a bit more neglected because they've kind of been like just tucked away for longer, waiting for their overlord to reactivate them, whereas other dynasties have like reactivated and already been, you know, reclaiming lost territory and stuff like that. So yeah, these are sort of coming back out of the void, all smushed up, and they're looking to sort things out. Right, that's 21, so I need to get 22. Where are you at? 22. There you are. Oh, this base has got mini scarabs on it. That's so cool. It's got little mini scarabs on it. Alright. Let's see, 23 is somewhere around here. Where are you at? Where are you at? There you go. Bush, bush, bush. There we go. 24 was that bit there. So yeah, if you missed the beginning bit, just have a quick watch back when we're done, and you'll see all the interesting little conversions and stuff that I was showcasing from my early days of warhammering, and like my attempt to make Necrons interesting. You know, spoiler alert, I made some very interesting stuff. So it's well worth having a look back at that little showcase. And what I want to do is do some proper pictures, get them up on Instagram. So keep an eye out for that. Because it'd be a shame for them not to have their moment in the sun. I have very little work on Instagram because it takes a lot of effort to get the stuff out of storage and then set everything up for a proper picture and I am quite a lazy person by nature. I can't help it. I try not to be, but I'm a big time procrastinator, so I'll just end up wasting more time thinking about doing something than actually doing it. Right, where's 29? 29? Where are you at? 30's up there. So that's the head. It's got a relatively small head for something of its size. You'd think it would have an appropriate sized head. So where is 29? Where did you go? 29. Oh yeah, it's that bit. Huh. Caught me up. Hey guys. Yeah, how you doing, Rivets? Hope you're well, mate. There we go. Nice and jump there. Bump and bump. There we go. Okay. Now just to sharpen it all up and then get slotting. Oh, wee. See, I swapped blades, so I had a nice brand new blade. But the problem with a brand new blade is every time you slice a little bit off the model, you also slice a little bit into your skin, and it's kind of like doing a little sacrificial cut to the hobby gods. Just in hope that nothing breaks, that the blade doesn't slip and gouge everything out and ruin it, and then it goes together smoothly. Need to pop out for some squig juice. Oh, nice. Already got my squig juice. Tastes like summer berries. That's that done. Snip, snip, snip. Okay. So that's that bit done. Cool. Well, there's lots going on in the chat. There's great people in there. Okay. Hope I'm not blowing down the mic, by the way. If I am, just let me know. And then the bits in there. Thing is, like, even if you do muck up with these new Necrons, right, and you like overcut, you could just paint it as battle damage. That's the bonus to it being sculpted the way it is. So yeah, I mean it just makes putting them together a lot easier. There's less, there's a lot less worry about that. And the real question is, do I do all of these warriors with the gauze flare, and then use the parts from the gauze guns, sorry, the gauze reapers, sorry. Do I put the gauze reaper on the warriors and then save the gauze flares to do conversions on the old Necron warriors, or so I just leave the old Necron warriors how they are? Because I've got enough warriors with gauze flares, so I don't see why I wouldn't do gauze reapers, just for variation, really, in case when the new codex comes out, they actually end up being good. You know, because I don't think I'm ever going to need more than... I mean, how many warriors have I got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 32, 34, 35. 35? I thought I had more. Must have sacrificed a couple. Still, 35 warriors, that's more than enough, isn't it? And then, of course, just add the 20 with the gauze. I don't know, actually. I don't think I'll need that many with gauze reapers. I think... because you get 20 warriors in this box, don't you? One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you get 20 in the box. Okay, I think I'll just do like 10 as the gauze reapers, and then do the rest as the gauze flares. I don't think there'll be any point in doing more than that, to be perfectly honest. Unless they end up being like really good, like, you know, they get like a really good command ability that'll boost the effectiveness of gauze reapers, because they're really short range, and you don't really want to get your warriors in combat, to be honest. They're not that tough. Even if you got stacks of reanimation protocols lined up to sort of keep them going, they won't last that long. Not if you throw in an assault unit. It'll chew through them on the charge. But anyways, I don't know. I haven't really caught up with the stats on them yet. Depends on how important a unified look is to you. Is it worth the time to chop? Nah, you know what? I'm kind of in the mind where I like the variation, to be honest. It would be nice to have them all unified, just for cohesiveness, but I think it's okay just to keep the rods as they are and still use them as they are. It's a bit of a callback, you know. It's sort of that, you know, I was there the day before the rods became extinct sort of thing. And you see a lot of wargamers that, you know, like they use their old original sculpts, but they just use the new rules for them, you know. And and as long as everyone knows what they represent, then it's all good. But because the difference isn't that far between them and them, I don't see the point really. It's a hell of a lot more faff than it's worth. And I like to think that, you know what, that's that dynasty, this is this dynasty. That dynasty didn't have the tech to have the crystal energy harnessed through a different way of, you know, like a different sort of variety of weapon. These have this sort of variety of weapon because they were around to develop that technology, and that would be the narrative for me, and that would satisfy the narrative. So if I fill them all together, someone says, hey, why didn't you swap out the rods? I go, well, actually that's because that's this dynasty that got taken over by this dynasty, and it just still got the older tech. Yeah, okay, cool. Variety is the spice of life. That's right, Lupus. Ah, you're back, Rivets. How you doing, man? What squig juice did you get today? Yeah, hashtag wet dry brushing. It's good seeing you, mate. Thanks for dropping by. Yeah. But yeah, no, like you can always use narrative to explain things away. Rule of cool and use the narrative. And that's it. You can make it look cute. It's not a problem at all. Well, I'm not. You've got to be careful you're not chopping off any nips as well. Got to remember where I clipped it out. Okay. Almost done. Hey Ian, how you doing, man? How you doing? Good to see you, good to see you. Hope you're hobbying away tonight. Or are you still waiting for something? Was it you who was waiting for your delivery? I can't remember. Decision and fluff to go with it. Yeah, that's right, man. Oh, I can make up any kind of fluff to suit my need. Like, it's all part and parcel of the bullshitter trait. Like, if I was a D&D character, that would be one of my traits. Bullshitter. So, who was it that forgot to smash the button? Oh, who hasn't smashed the button? Also, don't forget, if you see the link pop up, go have a look at the new merch store. If not to buy anything, at least to have a laugh. Right? I mean, how militant does the face mask look? With the THC logo on it. I need to see something. We needed to see something because I saw one piece that looks a bit out of place. Where is it? Piece 37. It's very strange. I have no recollection. Recollection? That's it, recollection of where that piece goes. Oh, there it is. It's on the base of something. Ah, interesting. Had a great find today, looking for something else. 1988 Blood Bowl complete with painted minis. I was given it years ago and forgot I had it. Wow. Bravo, man. That is a great find. Okay. Alright, so that's all the pieces. Ooh, let's put it together. Now, normally I like to work myself up to the bigger stuff, you know, have the bigger stuff last, but I'm putting the bigger stuff together first. And we're going to start with this. Well, actually, it's not first, it's the fourth model. But anyway, yeah, just for Ian and Rivets, this is what we've done so far. I actually put this together real quickly in front of everyone. I put these together before, but then I spent the first 15 to 20 minutes of the show after I'd done my showcase of all the old stuff of taking this apart and then putting it back together to show how actually it's not that difficult, despite what a lot of people complained about, and to show that once you put this handle properly into the back of its gun, you cannot take it apart no matter what. So yeah, that's that. Oh, it could be worth quite a lot. It depends on how well it's painted as well. But you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Okay, so let's put this all together. So we'll start with putting the gun together. So we've got piece 25 with, where is it? There we go, the small piece 24, which slots on the front like so. Real easy. Yeah, that's that. Okay. Right, and then we get piece 19, which is the back bit, and we want to put the spine in there. Piece 23, which has got a massive rod on it. So you slide that into the middle of the back like that, and then you put this arm in place like so. So it's going to be there. There is some, I mean, like, if you don't mind trimming bits here and there, you could get some posability in it, but I don't see the point in all that extra work unless you really want to make it you know, like a standout piece. I can see this easily having its own kit with some really cool weapon options, just like they did with the Redemptor Dreadnought. It's probably not even fully kitted out. Right, number 22, which is the bit with the big chunky, it's the leg with the big chunky bit on it. So I think it goes on there like that, into that pin. Just slide it in. Beautiful. And then the other leg piece is got the slightly triangular bit of rubber on it. So you slide that on there like so. Okay. So now that's that together. We've got to put the arm, the claw, sorry. So that pops in there like that. done. And okay, we'll just pop that in there, like so. Cool. And of course, if you lined it up right, then these pipes should go into the spine, and that pipe should line up with the socket there as well. So just gotta make sure it's pressed in fully. Floss the other arm. There it is. Okay. So that's in there like that. And of course you could glue all this if you want. I'm keeping it like this just in case I need to take it apart. Right, and then this one goes in the bottom, like so. There's actually a groove on the ball socket of the arm that's holding the gun. So that bit there, it's got a little nip on it, will fit in the little dip that's on there. Nips and dips. Hashtag that. Like so. Just press that bit in. Like so. Groovy. What am I missing in the chat here? Not a good paint job. Done with glossy enamel. All numbered dark though, and 2 full teams. Nice. Hit them with matte varnish. I've been hacking the shoulder pads from my Marines. Oh, you're doing a little shoulder pad swap then. Then a little touch up. Yeah, thought that, Lou. The eyes and faces need a bit of sorting. But they got wonky eyes. Okay, rivets and stuff, cool. An easy job with good results, or your jobs are good. Might just sell as is time thing. Yeah, that's fair. I'm sure there's plenty of people out there who happily strip them and redo them. I think Winsor Newton matte varnish is the most matte I have seen. Honestly, couldn't tell you. I don't use varnish. Well, there's always that plan. Put up for auction and you might be surprised. Yeah, you really will be surprised what people pay on YouTube. It's crazy. Right, so we got all the arms in. We've got 2 of the legs. The next part is the front of the chaperone. So just pop it in there like so. Okay, line it up before you press, because you don't want to bust anything. When you're happy that it's lined up, you want to press the spine. Okay, you push the spine, not the shoulder pad, the spine, because it's the spine pin that goes through into the front chest pit. So you've got to push these 2 bits together, and that will pin everything back into place. And if you've got everything in the right spot, you shouldn't get any gaps. It should just sit right. Okay, there we go. And then you put his 3rd leg, because that's not a euphemism. And oh, I forgot that this bottom bit pins in as well, so you can press that in while you're pressing the back leg in. Booyah, job done. And then of course the face. Ha. Look at that, I make it look so easy. If you think I made that look easy, smash that like button. What? Oh, I didn't make the sticking it on the base look easy though. Right. So Is it like that then? It's got to be like that. Yeah, that's it. Because the legs, the pins on the legs and the holes on the circle is not an exact triangle. It's actually it's like, is that an isosceles triangle? It's not an equilateral triangle. So the legs, yeah, that's enough waffling. There you go, Scorpek Destroyer. What is Scorpek Lord actually, not Destroyer. There you go. That's a bit wobbly, but it's not a problem. Just a little bit more pushing. Fix that. Yep, there we go. Sorted. So I'm happy with that. I mean, it can be a little bit tricky if you're not used to doing easy to build kits, but I found that's actually satisfying. That was. And I'm doing those blood angels. Boo! So just changing pads, hairs, and adding little details. They all look like Marty. You're doing this for the week till they're done. I don't know. We'll see. If I get another night without the wife and kids, I might do. Or if they actually go bed early, I might do another surprise stream. But just for now, I'm trying to get all the characters done, and then one of each of the other stuff. It's very tempting to build all of it. And I'm just waiting for Spud to say, you know, hey up man, hey up Chuck. Oh, I want to go on live now. Are you done? I want to get me nubs out. Love you, Spud. Let's see if he's actually. Yeah, I mean, like, I think he's gone back to sleep, to be honest. Nomsky, how you doing? Obtuse? What do you mean obtuse? No. Isn't obtuse a triangle that doesn't have any equal sides? Whereas an isosceles has 2 equal sides. Yeah? So it's got 2 angles that are the same. And 2 lengths that are the same. And an obtuse is the one that has all 3 lengths of its sides, different lengths. And all 3 angles are different as well. Or have I just gone wrong with that? I don't know. I could be chatting absolute nonsense. It's been a very long time since I've done maths. Alright, let's do Destroyer! Whoa! Hey, Spudaroonie! How you doing, man? We were just talking about you. I wasn't sure if you were awake or not. Okay, so it's not actually on that sprue. Look at that, got legends in it now. Ooh. I almost feel a bit selfish now being on. When we could be watching Spud with his knobs out. Number 2. Number 2, number 2, number 2. Number 3. Well, just let me know when you want to hop on, and we'll shuffle over to watch you. So that's 4, and then we need number 5, which is here. Yeah. Okay. 6 and 7. And that's it, okay. An obtuse triangle is when one angle is larger than 90 degrees. I don't think any of them were obtuse. I don't think it was obtuse then, sorry. How's it? Totally blanked there. I haven't got my growling voice on tonight. I do apologise if I've let anyone down in the chat. It's a 50mm base, is that a 50? I don't feel like a 50. I don't feel like no 50. There we go. Hey up, Pat. Got any posts for me? Right, too much war juice, bud. we're a bit pulling round still. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, but yeah, as I said, just let me know, man. I'll happily hand the mantle over to the legend that is Spodikos. The man who could challenge Thor himself to a drinking competition, but instead of beer, it'd be fruit punch. Or a massive jug of Yorkshire tea served in a Purplex jug. Yeah, but does that look like an obtuse triangle though? That's what I'm trying to say. That does not look like an obtuse triangle. There's no way any of those angles are anywhere near 90 degrees. They're all less than 90 degrees. But this line here, oh, was it? Yeah. This line here seems to be the shorter line than in these two. Or is it that way? God damn. Maybe it's not even an isosceles. Maybe it's the other one. Fuck it, I can't fucking remember. It's been a long time. I'm in my early 30s. How the hell am I supposed to remember something I did half my lifetime ago? Knowledge is only retained through repetition, right? That's how you pass exams, because you don't really learn the stuff, you just repeat it so that it retains in your mind for as long as you need it to, and then you pass the exams, and then that's it. You forget all about it unless you need to know it in your working life. Isosceles, that's the one. Yeah, but I don't think it is an isosceles. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not even sure if it is equal size. Don't make me measure it. It might just be a trick of the eye though, because it's in a circle and you've got these dots next to it. It's definitely not equilateral, because if it was, right, then it wouldn't have mattered what way I put this chap in the base. It would have gone in, okay? But I had to spin it around a bit before it fit in. So the only triangle I love is furry triangles are the best. I miss my Purplex jug. What happened to it, man? Did you retire it? Or did it crack or something? No, Daka, you're a cute. I make no apologies for my dad jokes. Alright. No apologies. Well, Terence, if you use that knowledge on a daily basis, then you will remember it. Or if you do crossword puzzles, it might come up in a crossword now and then. That's what you oldies like to do. Do your old crosswords. Maybe a Sudoku. Though to be fair, I used to do Sudoku. And then I stopped getting the free Metro. So, forget it. Too many ads in it. Can't be asked to carry it around all day. And I don't get public transport anymore. Ooh. Gotta make sure none of that goes in the socket there. Gotta keep that socket clear. Can tell something's gonna go now. There's the link. Thank you, Nightbot. So yeah, as I was saying, I've got a new merch store now, full of THC goodness. Got shirts, we've got phone cases, we've got mugs. I've ordered myself a mug and a mask, and a t-shirt. So yeah, and there's stuff for you babies as well. So you know, spread the love, and so it's just another way of supporting the channel and the content that I provide. And all the proceeds go straight back into the channel. And as I said before, I tried to make it as cheap as possible, but at the same time make the profit margin worth your donation, because at the end of the day there's no point in me putting it as 1p, because then, you know, Teespring's getting all the money and you're not actually supporting the channel. But it's only like a couple of quid here and there that I'll get out of it, but it all adds up and it all goes straight back into investing in this awesome channel that you all enjoy so much. So yeah, if you do go there and you order anything, or even if you just go and have a look and check it out and give me some feedback on it, then yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate every bit of it. So thank you very much. I paint dreadnoughts, don't do crosswords. So crosswords need too much brain power, I need that for hobby. Some really sharp people still remember their geometry. You've got to look at all the angles. Yeah, like all the angles on that are definitely less than 90, because 90 is a right angle. There's no right angle there. So, you know, I could measure it, but I can't be asked. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's do this now. Right. The gap between those two is there. Let's see. Is the gap between those two bigger or smaller? It's smaller. Bigger or smaller there? It's the same. So there you go. That means that two angles down here are the same. That angle is the third angle is the one that's different, which makes these two lengths the same and that one different. So there you go. We've just answered it. How quick was that? Didn't even need a ruler. I used a file. That's how gangster I am. That's how we do it in the streets, yo. Okay. It's defo an isosceles. I just googled it. You could be right on ski now then, lads. Hey, interesting gear, how you doing? I'm looking at a mask. Oh, nice. I'll stop now. You just can't force it. Keep on. I've already done a joke on that, mate. You can't steal it. Yeah, it's definitely isosceles. I was right in the first place then. I got to stop trying to be a tryhard. Oh, get out of here. Okay, let's get this thing built. Right, so we've got F1, which is the spine piece. We need the piece with the shoulder blades and the actual war scythe blade. So we slide that through the back, like you're impaling him, like Vlad the Impaler. My name is Vlad the Impaler. I will impale you in my forest of corpses. One impaled person, two impaled person, three impaled person. They gotta do that crossover. Ah, okay, I'll stop now. Sesame Street could be real grim dark if it wanted to be. Alright, we got the pelvic bit. So that, I think that just, yeah, the ring on the top of that spine bit just slot there. Where is it angled though? Is it angled backwards or forwards? It's not quite clear on it. Oh, okay, no. So the spine will sort of curve backwards. That's when you put it in like that. Okay, so it will look wonky, but that's fine. Right, it's supposed to be. Then we need to put two more pieces together. So that's going to be the other war scythe and the front chest bit. So you put the heads together. So that will require you to slide that neck bit just over the clavicle like that. So it's not the first time we've had to do this. We had to do this with the Overlord. It can be a little fiddly, but if you just aim to do it right, take your time, don't force it, it will slide into its place. There we go. So everything slots nicely, even a little bit there. So that goes there like that. And we pop that on the front like so. And again, because it's connected at the spine, you need to push the spine against the chest, not the shoulders, like that. Okay. There you go. Got my order today, mate. Quality, very impressed. Ooh. Non-ski. Providing non-stop quality. Quality. Right. I'm missing a leg, I think. Okay, so that's going to slide into there, is it? Yes or no? Yeah, that does go there. So that slides into there. Be careful not to push it too hard because you might snap the little piston-like thing there. So just be gentle with that. Oh, I've got this tiny little fly. It's really annoying me. It just flits everywhere. Right, this one goes on the back there. That means I'm missing a leg. How did I miss a leg? Ah, there we go, number 8. I missed out number 8. My bad. Poof. There we go. Get out of here. With 2 little kids, you should be saying blah 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 Hotel Transylvania stuff. I don't actually watch Hotel Transylvania. The kids are really into Toy Story and the Wiggles. They love the Wiggles. Can't get enough of it. Which is starting to do my head in now. 4 months straight of the Wiggles. It was just enough to make me want to just go out and lick the first random person I could, just to get away from it. Alright, so it's got wiggle, wiggle, wiggle in there. So yeah, I can see how this bit could be a bit delicate and a bit fiddly, but you just gotta be gentle. If you see any white lines appear on the plastic, you know that that's sort of a warning sign. Okay, so either side of the piston there's like a flat area of plastic. I don't know if you can see that. So you want to press on that against the leg like that, and that'll solidify it, and you could do it on the other side as well. So this is where having not long nails but little nails, just like I never cut them completely flat. It's always handy to have a slight bit of nail. Right, so that's all in there, that's all in there, and then this just slide into his back side like so, and you just got to be careful with it. I wonder how many times the designers get it wrong before coming up with the final finished product. A hell of a lot, I assume. There's a lot of trial and error for them, but they would have to 3D print it or see if it goes together. But I mean, the process is a lot quicker now because they can, you know, print stuff out. It's all done on a computer now. They don't do hard sculpts anymore. I mean, they can if they want, but I mean, there's no point really. There we go. Just pop it in the base there. So the whole process is a lot faster, but it's still, you know, everything is about 3 or 4 years out from release. You know, you got your concept, you got the lore to be written up, you got all the designs that need to be drawn up, and then they get round to making rough sculpts from the concepts, and then, you know, they're scrubbing those and doing more, and then scrub those again and do more, and they keep doing that until they get general consensus that they're happy, and then they move on to the next thing. And you know, it's a very long process. Just making a book is a long process, you know, it's crazy. The Wiggles, I'm so glad my girls are past that. But yeah, they're not perfect, they still make mistakes, but there's been less of them of late. They're learning, because the whole easy to build thing, it's only been the last few years really that we've been getting those products that are easy to build, and at first they were riddled with problems, but it's getting a lot better. This is just proof. But anyway, look, there we go, there's one destroyer. Woo! He's about to double backhand y'all in the face. Pow, 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 pow. Alright. Alright, so that's how you put a destroyer together. I'm sure you can do the others. It's a similar process. So don't need help putting that together. That's literally 3 pieces. You cannot mess that up. If you mess up, that little chap that gives them the boost, then, you know, it's a good thing you get in practice, I guess. Okay, right, do I have time to make this big dude or the Cryptofrowls? Reanimator or Cryptothralls? Ooh, I mean the Cryptothralls look like... They kind of look like plucked chickens, really, don't they? I'm going to call it. You know that like they've been swinging around Murder Bucket, right? Because they kind of look like buckets with blades, but they also look like plucked chickens. Tell me I'm lying, yeah? How do these not look like plucked chickens with their little wings? Which one shall I do? I'm going to do the big dude. I'm going to treat myself. I've earned it. I've worked hard. I waited all week to do this. No, Mythos, they're not murder buckets. They are chickens. Alright, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Okay. So 31 to 38. Groovy. Alright, we'll start here then. Okie dokie dokie dokie. Get that delicate bit out. And the more sturdy bits. Right. I think after this I might call it. And I'll let Spud take over if he's still about. Oh no, I forgot that little bit on the blade. There we go. 31. Murder chickens. That's what this should be called, right? Murder chickens. Kentucky Fried Dead. Oh, they could be Kentucky Fried Ninja Assassins. It doesn't quite have the same ring to it, but I had a good laugh building the Stone Horn. It actually does have 2 roast chickens on hooks. Yeah, it does. Ah, those ogres don't go anywhere without a snack, do they? It's one of those kits that has a ridiculous amount of extras that you could just have fun with. So that's one thing that I both miss and both, I both miss and don't miss about the old fantasy models. You had a lot of like additional extras that you always filled your bits box up with, and it was up to you how much detail you wanted to glue onto your models, which was fun. But then when it came to painting, it was a real hassle, and if you needed to paint stuff real quickly, then you always left it off. But I do miss that sort of customizability that is kind of missing from a lot of the kits now. But don't get me wrong, for ease of construction and just simplicity, because it's so easy to get stuck with a decision. Oh, do I stick this on it or do I stick that on it? Having that indecisive decision making element taken away is kind of nice in a way, because it just means you can focus on putting that thing together and get some paint on it. Oh, there's a little bit of flash on that. That's interesting. So there we go. So yeah, it's all out. So that was piece 35. Now we need 36. Oh, that was 34 right there. And 36 is next to it. 34 and 36. All the way down in the great region of Cornwall. across the pastures, over the hills. Don't mind me, I'm just waffling right now, as you can tell. Alright, there we go. Big old fisty fist. And the face. So this is the Canoptic Reanimator. Hey, Richard Smith! Smithy! Richie Rich! I don't know. How can I match Kevlar? What's a cool way of calling? I can't call you Dick Smith, can I? It's kind of more of an erotic version of a blacksmith. So, hey Rich! Only here on the Horbury Corner will you hear such profanities. So I hope you're doing alright, mate. Hope you're busy hobbying away. You caught me almost near the end. I'm just putting this Canoptic Reanimator together, and I'm leaving the little chickens and the warriors and the rest of the destroyers, because I put one together just to show how easy it is. Still got 2 left, but I'm saving them all just so I can show how other bits and pieces get put together. But yeah, we're having a good time, man. Also been discussing how cool my new merch looks as well. So I've just opened up a merch store. So that's well worth checking it out. Got some really cool stuff going in there, like masks and shirts and stuff. It's really cool. There we go. Richard, badass. There's a piece which is part of a backrest for the other huge beast, which looks like a spring trap. I've been kind of tying it, trying to turn it into a giant man trap. Yeah, that'd be really cool. We can make like a little diorama. If you've got any spare nobblers, right, you can just do a little diorama of them trying to grab the food without setting off the trap. Those nobblers are funny. They're such a weird breed as well. Like, are they green skin or not? And if they are, how do they become subservient to ogres? Are they related to ogres in a way? Not too sure. I don't think I've read that up or clarified that. But if someone could clarify that for me in the chat, that'd be great. You want to be rich. That's a good idea. Cheers, man. That's another good like thing that I do kind of miss from old Warhammer Fantasy Battles. With those huge horde units, you could just fill them out with little dioramas, which is good fun. Never made the most of that, to be honest. Oh, there's another bit of flesh right there. I didn't notice that. Don't snap, don't snap, don't snap. There we go. It didn't snap. Yeah. Absolute legend right here. All day, all night. I could be a legend all day. All day. So I just finished season 2 of Auto Carbon, and I won't say anything else because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's into it, hasn't finished it, but I enjoyed it thoroughly. Yeah, it was a great cast again. Ooh. Almost there. So yeah, I'm getting real close to the big 1000, which is really exciting. The channel's growing at a really nice pace, so I've been really happy with it. I mean, I wasn't ever too hung up on it growing fast, you know. That's why I did the videos that I did, covering the magazines and stuff. I knew I wasn't going to get a big audience with it. But I just enjoyed doing the little tutorials and just helping people who were sort of struggling with the Conquest magazine, because it did seem a bit ambiguous at times, and just giving a little extra hobby tip here and there. And yeah, no, this channel's been doing great. The watch time is easily gonna surpass what I need, but for me to hit that big 1K and start rolling in that sweet YouTube money, I still got a fair bit to go. But yeah, I'm thinking when I hit that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a big giveaway. I've got some ideas, and I'm thinking of throwing some merch in there as well, just to make it more enticing. But yeah, Dicey Guy, how you doing, man? The Auto Carbon animated movie on Netflix is class. I haven't seen that actually. Would like to see that though. Okay, right, so let's get this bad boy put together. So we got 31, so it's facing that way. Then we got a weird bit like that. Kind of looks like a rat fetus of some kind. So just pop that in there. Give that a good squeeze. That's fit together perfectly. Beautiful. Right. Then we need the big long lanky legs. So you match the 2 pins up with the 2 holes there, like so, and the top pin on the base of that spine where it meets the back. Like that. So that slides in nicely there. The books are better too. Oh, well, I I don't have much time these days to read books. I'm still trying to finish the end time books. About 2/3 of the way through the Archaon one. And then that'll be my very last fantasy, Warhammer Fantasy one. I got a whole lot of other books to read. Doing great. And you're doing crons. How is the set on? I mean, it's a lot easier than some people make it out to be. Everything's fit together perfectly. There are some fragile bits, but if you look carefully on them, like for example the destroyer legs, when you're pushing them in, it can be easy to sort of bend and flex the pistons, but what you got to do is around the pistons there's like a circular bit of plastic that molds onto the leg, and if you push either side with your nails, then you can press that in nicely and you wouldn't have put any pressure on those pistons. It's little things like that that sort of stop you from doing any damage to it. Okay, shoot. No, that's a big base, isn't it? It's all about that base, about that base. Okay. That's another isosceles. We're going to start the debate again. But yeah, I went through all my old Necrons that have been in storage for a while, and just showing off the little conversions I did and everything like that. It's quite good. So if you get time, have a watch back, and then you can see it. But yeah, we had a good laugh with it. Okay. Right, so once again, you just have to turn it around until you find how it fits on the base. There we go. And then we've got to put the face on. A weird little face. It's at a strange angle. We'll make sure it's the right way. That would help. And just keep pushing until that little cable underneath the neck finds its way to the bottom of that face. And there's another cable at the top of the neck that goes into a socket there. So just wiggle, wiggle, wiggle gently. There we go. Perfect. This hand looks like a dreadnought hand, doesn't it? It goes there on that base bit there. Groovy. There we go. And then I hope I got that the right way. The long arches, yeah, the long arches go on the front. So you got a short arch. Oops, here we go. So you have the shorter arch and you got the longer arch, and the longer arch goes on the front, like so. Just give it a little wiggle. Don't press too hard. Just lever it, and that will do the work for you. And if you need to, get your thumbs up under there on the main body for purchase rather than on the legs and that. Always find the more solid areas to press. And there you go. Woof, look at that. That is one badass looking Canoptic Reanimator. That's pretty good, isn't it? So, I think I might leave it there now. Sorry, Dicey man. I know it's nice to see you and all, but I didn't want to do too long tonight because I know Spud is itching to get his knobs out and do his thing. And he was quite nice. Well, I say he's quite nice. He actually had a little nap, so he was like, yeah, just go ahead with the live stream and then I'll hop on when you're done. So I was like, okay, cool. So we'll have a look here. that's what we've made. So I'm pretty happy with that. Considering I've only spent about an hour and a half putting these together while idly chatting, and the rest of the time was spent having a look at the old stuff, and just having an old chat. So, you know, I'm happy with that. So it's just the weird little chicken things that's left. What else? The warriors, and then 2 destroyers, and then that'll be that done. So yeah, it does look really good, doesn't it? It's so different. I can see where they got some of the influence from War of the Worlds, but yeah, no, it's so weird. It kind of looks unfinished as well, if you know what I mean. You know, like they were in the heat of the war in heaven, and they never got to finish the design before they got betrayed. You know, I kind of like it though. So yeah, that's that. I mean, that Scorpek Lord is a beast, and actually it wasn't too hard to put together either. And then of course you got the destroyer there, Scorpek destroyer. You got the Overlord, looking badass. You got this chap here, the plasma scythe, and then the Royal Warden as well. They all look pretty cool. But you know what? I'm calling it, right? I already had a Royal Warden years ago. I need to stick it on a bigger base, and then I'm calling this a Royal Warden. Screw it. Right? Rule of cool, man. Rule of cool. Can you believe I did that conversion? Oh, how many years ago now? About 15 years ago I did that conversion. They totally stole my idea, right? So yeah, but this one will always be my favourite. This one here, doing the little devil horns. It was the most fiddliest little conversion I ever did, but it was worth it. So it is a big gun. Because you know, when you made the heavy destroyers, it was the destroyer kit, but with the heavy destroyer metal parts. So you had the spare gun. So I was like, screw it, I'm gonna do something with it. Yeah, man. I'll soon roll in that sweet, sweet G-dubs money. Oh dear. Yeah, Cron Rocker, definitely. So yeah, but look, I'll show you one last one. All right, that was my my Necron Lord, and I was saying in the chat how I even sculpted a green stuff Resorb on top of one of the Tomb Scarabs, and then about 6 months later, there was a similar thing in White Dwarf. So I was a bit upset by that. I was like, no, people are gonna think I stole the idea. But I mean, like the original idea was that he's rising up, because like I swapped the hand round as well, so it looks like he's saying rise rather than, you know, he's got his hand like that. I thought it was a bit silly, but you know, he's there, and then he's surrounded by scarabs, because back in the day it provided a cover save to have the scarabs in front of you. And that's how it's supposed to be, like that. can't believe that this is old school now, though. Now I know what the oldies feel like. But yeah, that's it. And then of course you got your little rocker. Sweet. But anyways, like I said, I'll try and get some decent pictures of the old stuff up because they've been in storage for a while. Some might need some fixing. I'm still happy that the heavy destroyers never broke. Like, they were the ones that always break, and they haven't broken. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it there now. So yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining me, and for just being awesome in the chat. Again, live streams are only as good as the company that's in the chat. So thank you very much everyone. Again, if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon as well so you don't miss out when I do go live spontaneously. Spud is going live in a minute as well on the Chilling Wargamers, so hop over there. And yeah, I'll just do the quick shill hill thing. So yeah, plenty of ways of supporting the channel as well. So if you want to go over to Element Games, use my code, it'll be in the description below. You get bonus points, reward points, and it helps support the channel as well. Also, if you follow the affiliate link to Forbidden Planet, if you want to order more Mortal Realms or Conquest magazines, go ahead, use that link, and again I get a little kickback, helps my channel. And lastly, I now have a merch store. I've been trying to push it this time. I'm sorry if it is repetitive, but I'm so excited about it. So it's another way of supporting the channel, and you get an awesome looking garments, mugs, masks, you name it, it's on there. So thank you so much for being here, supporting me, and I will see you next time. Peace.